They must come to their senses when they see these pictures. And go.
My name is Dr. Brown. I closely inspected the power plants and came to the following conclusion. Indez Industries power plants are a grave danger for our climate. My investigation proves without a doubt that the large power plants of Indez will cause a major and global climate collapse. If we allow him to contaminate our planet with his pollutants, we have to expect catastrophic climate changes worldwide as early as 2050. Global warming, melting of the poles, rising sea levels.
This man is not Brown.
You are responsible to keep that from happening.
Indez is right. This absolutely can't be, Dr. Brown.
What is the meaning of this?
Security! Detain this man!
I can see the stage from here. Oh dear, things really don't go according to plan. But how can I save Salvador? They won't listen to me. I can hear the crowd shouting beyond it. Wishing for it to open won't do the trick. A card lock that is connected to the huge gate. It won't work without the right card. I don't know. That's the briefcase Dr. Brown had with him. Let's see what's in here. Documents, documents, even more documents. Ah! A magnetic strip card. It might come in handy. Oh my God! So much blood, but no sign of Brown anywhere. Only his briefcase is still here.
No nuclear power! No nuclear power!
What is the meaning of this?
We demand immediate shutdown of the Indez power plants.
And what, pray, is your alternative? Half the world without electrical power?
I think that's my cue. I've already told you that the Svensson algae works and could replace Indez power plants.
You know that we are talking about an alternative to nuclear energy, don't you?
I know the algae. I know what it can do. Adjourn the conference. I can get you a specimen and be back in 3 days. Then you will see that I was right.
Adjourn the conference? Did you really say that?
Yes.
And they listened to you?
They had to. The building was surrounded, cops were tied up and locked in the toilet, and the buffet was in ruins. Just imagine, no more salmon canapes. The evening was ruined.
Time travel. All right, that's something I can imagine. But a climate conference granting concessions? What happened then?
Salvador flew to South America to check on the power plant, and I came directly to you.
I was beaten up and tied up and yes, well, I know the rest. I guess we are now on the way to my research station to get the algae?
Yeah! Jackpot!
All right, I'll help you. On one condition. Once we have landed, you will leave all talk to me, and no more kidnappings and seizures, understood?
Promise.
The old war horse. Never thought I'd see you around here again. Is that gray in your beard?
This is a control visit. I was worried you might steer the station into an iceberg. Good to see you, Barney. Did you tell Duva I was on my way?
He wasn't exactly happy. I hope you packed some velvet gloves.
Didn't have much time for packing.
Sounds like an interesting story. Who's your friend?
Oh, right. May I introduce Princess Leia?
Huh? What are you talking about? My name is Faye.
Lovely. You chose an interesting time for your visit. Duva and I scheduled a presentation for business investors today and tomorrow.
What about the National Research Funds?
You haven't heard yet? I thought Duva had told you at least that much. The research funds were canceled.
What?
Bent, that's a disaster.
Indeed, it would mean the end of my work. It has all been for nothing.
Not necessarily. I have a couple of investors on the hook. Just yesterday, a real star accepted.
We must talk to them.
First, you must get through the health check. And afterwards, wrapping this thing up will be a piece of cake. This will be an exciting day. Trust me.
There, Bent. That's it. I'm done.
Fine. Is everything all right, Doc?
You could say so. For someone with your medical record, everything is fine. Retirement agrees with you.
Ah. My retirement was a nightmare.
Was a nightmare? Don't tell me you're working again. If so, I have to advise strongly against it.
Let's just say that my life makes sense again, and I owe that to Faye here.
Ah, I see. And here I thought you were trying to save the world again.
Retirement was the best that could happen to me. I can go fishing as much as I want to. I can read many interesting books. And I have interesting talks with my shrink every week.
That sounds much better than working your guts out and spending weeks in the hospital now, doesn't it?
You think? Let's talk later, or we will be late for the presentation.
Right. It's your turn now, Miss Faye. Do you have any illnesses I should know about?
That's none of your business.
Oh, it's very much my business. The decision on whether or not you will be allowed on the rig is based on my expert opinion.
Well, I'll stay here then. I didn't travel 500 years to have myself cut open.
Excuse me, I don't think I understand.
Faye, you can trust the doc. He knows what he's doing.
All right. But no hot coals. And no saws. You hear me?
Promise. Bent, if you would wait outside, please. This might take a while, I'm afraid.
Yes, Bent, just go. I'll catch up with you. I can handle this charlatan by myself.
Faye stares at the doc like he is going to kill her, but he just wants to test her knee reflex.
Everything peachy, Bent? Where's your companion?
She'll be a while.
That's too bad. The presentation is almost over. Do you have the health certificate?
Can't I get in without the certificate?
Well, Dr. Svensson, my responsibility is to follow the regulations, not make them.
Damnation. What are our chances of finding an investor?
They are good, I'd say. We've made an impression.
Did you show them around the labs?
No. But we had a fantastic brunch with wild salmon from the Atlantic. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Overfishing of the seas, endangered species. The problem is just that we can't afford to point fingers today. No one wants to do business with narrow-minded greenies.
But we are narrow-minded greenies.
Wrong. We are greenies with wild salmon from the Atlantic. We are people you can talk to.
Barney, we must not sell our ideals.
Don't be naive, Bent. We need the money. Therefore, we have to curry favor with rich and arrogant business people.
Everything in me resists this idea.
That's the difference between you and me. You want to do research, and I do the dirty work that's getting your research financed. And sometimes there is no room for your do-gooder mentality.
Yes, I know. I'll be right back.
Fine, but hurry.
Ah, yes, there it is. Ben Svensson, severe depression, burnout syndrome, etc., etc. We advise against continuation of employment. Was it really only just 2 years ago? The mattress sags, the bed squeaks, and you are miles away from daylight. I can't stand seeing the bed anymore, even after 2 years have passed. The dock already completed it. Only the seal is missing.
Do you have the health certificate?
Here, the certificate. Are you happy now?
I'll be happy as soon as it is stamped.
You are a damned bureaucrat, Barney.
Fastidious, dry bureaucracy is the only weapon that keeps money for our research flowing. Please, Bent, it's just a stamp.
I'll be right back.
Fine, but hurry.
Doctors and their paperwork. A stamp pad can become as important as a scalpel. Hopeless. The stamp pad is completely dry. My skin is more moist than this thing. Duva painted the upper one a long time ago, but not the lower one. Vicious stuff. I'm stealing blood from a doctor. Shouldn't it be the other way around? A drastic measure, but time is short. Morbid, but it worked.
Do you have the health certificate?
Here, Barney, that should be all. May I enter now?
Okay. Name's on it, stamp as well. All right. Time for your big comeback.
Ha!
Nervous?
Should I be?
Well, it's been 2 years since you last saw your son.
Oh, nonsense. I'm not nervous.
Yes.
Could you go ahead, please? This little do-gooder needs to visit the restroom first. What? I just need to pee. I'm not nervous.
Sure, Ben. Sure.
Dr. Svensson, I'm trying to be polite here. What you just told us is ripe with trivial generalizations and esoteric hocus-pocus. We know that our oil reserves will be used up one day. We are aware that we will need to find a way to fill the hole this will rip into the energy supply. We also know that some nuts will be worried about the climate whenever you try offering them workable solutions. What we don't know is why on earth we came here. What miraculous technology are you talking about when you claim to be able to solve all this planet's problems in one stroke?
Thank you for the cue, Mr. Indez. I am talking about a technology that doesn't produce emissions. One that can be replicated easily and that can be grown in every household. It is effective enough to...
Did I understand you correctly? Your miracle plant will grow in every consumer's garden?
Yes. The magic word is reproduction. A small installation that will fit on every balcony will provide enough energy for the household. It is an autonomous and ecological energy. The process is called nitrogenase.
He means hydrogenase.
The process is called hydrogenase, which means that cyanobacteria will convert light, air, and water into high-energy oxygen. The degree of efficiency of the energy output yields values around 0.08%.
What? That's wrong. It's 0.8%.
Do you want to give the lecture, Father?
Maybe we can cut this embarrassing family drama short. The question I ask myself is, what kind of business model do you have in mind? If people grow algae on their balcony like chives, what do we sell them? No one here wants to give away energy for free, right?
Yes. No. The consumer needs the technology to grow the algae and dissipate the hydrogen. Fuel cells for conversion must be bought and maintained. But, well, that's all there is to say on the business aspect of our presentation. I suggest we take a short break. Afterwards, we can jump right in with the calculations.
I would like to see this bacteria in action.
Or that. After the break, we will present the blue-green algae, and then we will talk about the calculations. We will reconvene at 2 o'clock sharp. Thank you.
That was something. And where has Duva disappeared to? The least he could say was hi.
Please don't hold it against him. It's all the excitement about the presentation. And then his father appears out of the blue. He is a bit overwhelmed.
He shouldn't blame himself. He did well. I am more worried about this Indes.
Emilio Indes is a businessman. He needs to ask these kinds of questions.
No, my gut tells me that he's planning something. And I won't leave this room before I've found out exactly what it is.